It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the afternoon edition for Tuesday, the 25th of April. I'm James Spann. Active weather coming up. We have some strong storms doing here very early Thursday morning, and then late this weekend on Sunday. Let's check it out. There's the water vapor satellite view. Always interesting here in late April. We've got the upper low over the Outer Banks of North Carolina. That brought the cool air Sunday. That's on the way out. A deep trough out across the Rockies. That is moving to the east, and that brings that chance of storms in here Thursday morning. Up in the 70s at mid-afternoon. Birmingham at 76. We'll expect a high in the middle 80s tomorrow. You can see that warmer air pushing up toward the Great Lakes, but noticeably colder air back behind a cold front across the northern states. They're only in the 30s. In fact, some spots barely above freezing this afternoon through parts of the Dakotas. They've had some snow earlier today. On the watch warning map, relatively quiet. Some wind advisories to the west of the state through parts of Arkansas and northeastern Texas. An enhanced risk of severe weather today and tonight for parts of Oklahoma and Kansas. The overall risk runs from near the Red River up to northern Missouri. Tomorrow, a fairly large enhanced severe weather risk, much of Arkansas, southeast Missouri. The risk extends from near Houston and Lake Charles up to Chicago, and we note that marginal risk does extend into extreme west Alabama. Keep in mind this runs through 7 a.m. Thursday. Here's a look at the probabilities, and the numbers are pretty high. There could be a few significant severe weather reports in Arkansas and southeast Missouri tomorrow and tomorrow night. Now, day 3, this is Thursday, a marginal risk of severe storms from the Gulf Coast up to Michigan. And keep in mind, this is valid after 7 a.m. Thursday. And really, by then, there's a chance the storms could be east of Birmingham. Looks like these things come in very early Thursday morning during the pre-dawn hours. But during the day, a marginal risk east of I-65 as a cold front sweeps in here. Now let's go to day 4. This is Friday. The action doesn't stop. Could be a significant severe weather day for parts of Oklahoma and Arkansas. Day 5, Saturday. Again, the chance of a significant severe weather event around the Arklatex region, Shreveport, Tyler, Longview, Texarkana. Day 6, Sunday, a risk of severe weather for West Alabama, much of Mississippi, parts of West Tennessee. Wouldn't be shocked that will be expanding out in coming days. But needless to say, a lot of things going on here. But on the positive side, rain amounts looking good for the next 7 days. Rain amounts in the state between 2 and 4 inches. Heavier totals most likely on the western side of the state. Check it out. This is the GFS, the 12Z run, valid tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock at 500 millibars. Big trough digging down through the Great Plains states. Down below that, a surface low is over northeastern Texas. But for us, we're warm and dry. Highs up in the 80s. This is tomorrow night, just after midnight, 1 a.m. Thursday. The surface low is north of Memphis, under 1,000 millibars. And then 1 o'clock Thursday afternoon, the surface low near Chicago, and the storms are really exiting Alabama. Let's look at the timing on the storms. 3 a.m. Thursday. The storms will likely enter West Alabama the middle of the night, late tomorrow night, early Thursday. And it's going to be a squall line, it looks like, and the main threat will be from strong gusty winds, maybe some small hail. 5 o'clock, the storm's coming on through Tuscaloosa and Birmingham. A lot of folks going to sleep through this. And then at 10 o'clock, we could see storms beginning to intensify, perhaps from about Lake Martin south, where the air becomes rather unstable. But clearly, it looks like the main window for storms about 2 a.m. until 10 a.m. Thursday. A marginal severe weather risk. The main issue, strong straight-line winds, some small hail possible. We think the sky becomes partly sunny Thursday afternoon as dry air works in here. Friday should be a very warm day and a mostly dry day. The high should be well up in the 80s, but again, the instability values are very high, so we'll mention isolated afternoon storms out of respect for those high Cape values. And pretty much the same thing on Saturday. I think the bulk of the day will be dry, maybe a few isolated afternoon storms, the high in the upper 80s, and our new storm forms off to the west over Texas. This is Sunday, 1 o'clock. Surface low near Kansas City, under 1,000 millibars. Obviously, south and east of that, the chance of severe storms. Those storms will likely enter Alabama at some point Sunday afternoon. This is Sunday night, just after midnight, 1 a.m. Monday. Storms are sweeping through, and then by Monday at midday, the storms are east of the state. So in this case, it looks like the main window could be from roughly 3 o'clock Sunday afternoon until 3 a.m. Monday. And again, it's way too early to be specific on the magnitude, the modes of severe weather. We got to get through Thursday morning storms, then we'll deal with this one. But clearly, this will bring a chance of strong to severe storms as the weekend wraps up. Tuesday, A week from today, troughing over the east, down below that a dry air mass, a nice cool start, probably upper 40s to start the day, and the high will be in the 70s. Very delightful. This is Thursday of next week. Here comes the next storm system. That might bring a chance of strong storms. Thursday, May 4th. And the following day, look at that trough. Boy, forget the ridge here. We got a big old deep trough over the east, a cool, dry air mass. And look at those anomalies. The eastern part of the country, very cool at the end of next week. And this is valid Friday, May the 5th. Here are the numbers off the GFS 12Z run. You can see we're spiking up toward 90 Friday and Saturday, but notice 42 by Tuesday morning of next week. Kind of numbers all over the board, and that's the reason we have active storms and tornadoes sometimes this time of the year. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you can't catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.